Hey, this is Donna. Thanks for joining me. Just bear with me, my camera, I don't know if there's something wrong with the volume, so I may be too loud, I may be not loud enough. I've played around with it a little bit, so just bear with me. I'm going to run down the disclaimer and everything. I'm going to do a tarot reading. It's timeless. I'm going to try to teach a little bit on how I was taught as I go. I'm using the deck is an IJJ Swiss deck, something like that. And the book that I use is A Complete Guide to the Tarot by Eden Gray. That's 1970. I do not like dead air nor the sound of shuffling cards, so my readings have already been meditated on and dealt before the recording. At this time, on this, I have been doing clarifications, but on this reading, I'm not going to. I didn't feel there was a need. I'm just going to tell you what I think and what I feel with this reading as I go. This is a general read, so not everything may resonate with you. This is not a one-on-one session. This is a message from me to a general audience, and you're to take from this what you feel is applicable to you. This does not replace good judgment. So this is supposed to be used as a tool, guidance, not... you need to be in charge of your own decisions and everything. Reading results are gathered from the tarot and my own personal reception of intuition during the reading. So I believe you see what you need to see when you need to see it. So this is timeless, as I said before. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes. For entertainment. And if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe and turn on notifications for future uploads. Lately I've been just doing one a month, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do more than that. Just recently my house was burgled. Luckily I wasn't home, but I live right near the police department, so I guess it can happen anywhere. So they were really nice about it and everything, and they stole 2 TVs and a gun and some other stuff. It just was... Anyway, I believe in karma, so I'm sure, what comes around goes around. So they must have really, really needed it. That's all I can say. And I have 4 cats right now, and 2 of them were missing from that, so I ended up finding everybody. So that's really the most important thing to me. But I took a really big financial hit. So, but anyway, we're gonna go with the reading, and hopefully my camera's gonna be focusing correctly. Like I said, I've been playing around with it. Okay, it's not focusing on the other side. Over there. There we go. Oh, gosh. I almost knocked the whole thing over. Alright, let's see if we can get it to focus. There, that looks... Alright, that looks like that's going to be about the best I'm going to get right now. Alright, so what I usually do is I just tell you how I was taught. I'm going to take a sip here, hold on. And tell you how things, how I have been taught to read these. My mother did this all through, as long as I can remember. She was very intuitive as well. Okay, so The first thing we do is we'll take the tarot deck and we'll split it in 3 piles, and on the bottom of each pile is what I call the first 3. It'll be the first 3 cards, and if you do not have time to do the entire reading, this is supposed to be indicating what the entire read is supposed to be. It'll encapsulate the entire reading meaning if you're in a hurry, so you could just read the first 3. These are always read upright, and you got a few. This is a really decent. The first 3, I love them. This first one is the number 19, which is the Sun. That's from the Major Arcana. That's the bigger cards. And some people choose to do a reading. You can do a reading with both the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana, which is the Wands, the Cups, the Swords, and the Pentacles, the suits. Or you can use just the Minor, or you can use both. I use both. But people have done readings either way. And some people read the whole reading upright. I don't. The book references the reverse position, so I like to do it that way, which is why I do this stuff ahead of time. I have a terrible memory, so I write everything down. But you use the book as a reference. And anyway, the first card is the Sun, and that is number 19. And this is a really happy card. It's supposed to be one of the happiest cards in the deck. It's also a card of completion or near completion. It also represents the sign of Leo, so there might be a Leo in your life or somewhere near you or coming into your life. This card stands for material happiness, success, attainment, a good marriage. Now that could be your marriage, it could be a marriage around you, it could be a marriage as in a partnership in an office or employment or something like that. It also represents happy reunions, so you'll be running into some people. That's a very pleasant card. It's a wonderful card, actually. And it also means studies complete, liberation, achievements in science and arts, agriculture, and enjoying the simple pleasures in life. You guys also have another card down here, number 8. This one has referenced science as well. And then you have another card here that references art. So if science and art mean anything to you, just usually that's a good sign. And you have a lot of, throughout this reading, you have a lot of cards that just flat out say success. So keep that in mind as we go. So that's the first card, and it's just off. We're off to a bang here. This is just wonderful. That's an awesome card. The next card is Queen of Pentacles. Generally, that references the querent, which is you. The face or the court cards generally will reference a physical appearance, like the color of hair and eyes. I'll tell you what they are, but I generally find that the characters of these cards are more dead on than the actual physical characteristics. So, but I've seen it the other way as well. Queen of Pentacles. Now, like I said, I do believe this represents you. May or may not look like you. This is referencing black hair, black eyes. She is the Earth Mother. And feminine and masculine during the readings are, it's characteristic. It's not technically a male or a female, although it could be, but it is just a characteristic. And everyone has a female and a masculine side to their characters. So anyway, I really so this one is representative. She is a Earth Mother, prone to be moody, but she's an Earth Mother, rich, noble. She's a creator. Things that she wants, she sets out and does, and she gets it done. So she is a producer. It also may mean opulence, practicality, very practical. The pentacles are very practical. You have a few pentacles. Generally mean your financial situation. It also says trusting those around you. So that's an interesting card. Although you don't have anybody bad, you don't have anyone around you that's backstabbing you at this moment. Some of the other readings I've done before, there have been some pretty shady people, and there aren't any in this reading. So that's really good. So you're enjoying the people around you, you're trusting the people around you. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. That means material increase, master craftsman, artist, commercial gain. This is a card of Masons and those type groups and societies. That's a Mason card. So, but this is master craftsman. So this altogether looks very bright. You've got some great things going on and coming. And then we're going to start off with the rest of the reading. I'll start off with the first, this center, which is supposed to be you, what's going on with you right now, your situations, no matter what it is. This is just what's coming up right now. The very first card is the number 8, and it's the Justice card. Just so you know, in the book that I referenced, this is actually the 11th card. Justice is 11. But I'm going with this number, or I'm going with this. I'm going with Justice. So in the book that I referenced, I'm using number 11 for the definition. This means justice will be done, lawsuits will be won, balance is required, the right ingredients will be used, of specific interest for scientists, chemists, cooks, cooking, chefs, the right ingredients. And that's the other science card that I had mentioned. So if you like cooking, if you're, into science, that is of importance. And then next to it, we've got the Major Arcana. This is Major Arcana also. And this is from the Major Arcana. You had quite a few Major Arcanas. I think you had 6 of them. Which there's only 21 in the deck out of 78, I believe, unless my math is wrong. So getting those are rather significant. Excuse me. So we've got the number 17, the star, which is upside down. This card also, by the way, references Libra, of course, because Libra is the scales. This card represents Aquarius, but it is the star, and this one being reversed or upside down, it means pessimism, doubt, stubbornness. You had another card with stubbornness in this reading, which is this one down here. No, wait. Where is it? That one. That one says being stubborn as well. Lack of vision. You have another card that mentions lack of vision as well. That one is this one. And then it also mentions chance of illness. So generally when I get that card, I'll take vitamins, try to get enough rest, try not to stress or strain anything. There's nothing in the future about you being sick, so if so, it'll just be a passing thing, like a cold or something like that, or you're just really tired or whatever. So you're being plagued with some kind of doubts. Not really sure why. But it says justice will be done. So I would say perhaps you're going to be pulling out of doubts, but I don't know why. You are currently having issues. You're doubting something. I don't know. I don't think it's your self-worth. I think you're... I don't know. Maybe you are maybe you're doubting your employer, because down here this card also said, where was it? The one that said something about the doubting. The Magician down here is doubts and indecision, and you might be doubting your career. And that actually would make sense because of what happens up here. I think you're doubting your career. Your career choice. There's no one mentioned, so it's not like any people in specific that you're doubting. And over here it says that you trust those around you. But maybe you're doubting whether you'll ever get promoted, or you're doubting whether you'll ever get that raise, or you'll ever get noticed. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like you're doubting yourself. But you have confidence. Other than that, I mean, and you are stubborn. There's a lot to be said for being stubborn. I look at being stubborn as a good trait. Because a lot of stubborn people get a lot of shit done. And to me, that's a positive. But anyway, we're going to go through, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So chance of illness. So take care of yourself. Eat right. Take your vitamins. On the other side, we've got the Six of Pentacles. I have to take a sip. Hold on, y'all. Okay. The Six of Pentacles. Right side up. That says justified rewards, gifts, inheritance. An inheritance doesn't always mean someone will pass away. I believe it's 50-50. Half the time it means someone will pass away. The other half the time may be somebody just who's living just gives you something that they no longer need, like a car or something, and they know you'll take care of it, that kind of thing. So there doesn't always have to be a death. And then it also means gain in materials. There's a lot of money coming in with all these cards. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of money coming in. Gain in materials. And then it says others will share with you justly. What you reap, you will reap what you have sown. So people, and I do believe your job, will share with you justly. So, I feel like you're doubting getting a raise or a promotion, but you may be pleasantly surprised. We'll see. Anyway, so that takes care of what's going on with you directly right now. This area represents the past. I always like to touch on it as well. And generally with these paths, they are read as the card closest to the center is the most recent, then further back in the past, and then even further back in the past. So that's how we're going to be reading this. This one is the... Oh, I got to reread that. Hold on a second. I'm going to pause for just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I did it again. I had to double check what I had written down because I just saw that this card was in reverse, so this one's upside down. But the meaning is similar, but it's pretty much the same thing. This card sucks either way. This is the Three of Swords. This one is reversed. And that was in your recent past. Your recent past, it says there was loss, sorrow, upheaval, possible civil war, confusion, but in a lesser degree than if this Three of Swords had been right side up. I hate that card. This is the worst card. But you just went through something that was just pretty crappy. And this can mean anything from someone broke your heart, someone stole your ideas. For me personally, doing these readings as the collective, it applies to me as well. I just recently went through a burglary, so it was a major upheaval, loss and sorrow. That is definitely what I just went through. Further back in the past, we have the Ace of Swords, and that one's upside down. That one means conquest, but disastrous results. So you won something. Whether it was an argument, lawsuit, won something on principle, but the results were disastrous. So you won, but everyone thinks you're an ass or something like that. I'm not saying you're an ass. But it's something like that. Like you want it, but I don't know. Something did not turn out the way you had wanted it to turn out. And that card also means obstacles, great loss, infertility. And that led you into this one where there was loss. So you went through it for a bit. So I'm not sure exactly what you lost. Maybe you had a breakup. Maybe there was a death that really affected you not too long ago. And then further back in the past, the Four of Swords. This one is upside down as well. That one represents renewed activity, qualified success. There's your success card, success mentioned again. And gain of materials I consider the same thing as success. So it says qualified success, movement, social unrest. So you had a fairly decent, something was going right for you, and then you had some bad karma here. Some bad spots. And that brings you to this now. And in the center is not too bad. It's justice will be done. And people will share with you. Over here we have, this area represents your employment. If you're a homemaker, it can be hobbies. If you're part of a bowling team, part of a club, part of a group. This is social. This is a social interaction, kind of working. Generally, it's work. But if you don't have that or don't do that, and people have many facets of their life, so it also may represent the other things like group activities. And that's read the same way. These are most current. Then this is a little further in the future. This is further in the future even more. This card is from the Major Arcana. It's the number 14, the Temperance card. That also represents Sagittarius, so this could either be Sagittarius around you, going to meet a Sagittarius, could be work, could be home, could be hobby. That card represents adaptation, coordination, self-control, harmony with others, good management. Successful combinations. There's that success again. What is imagined will come. And I highly agree with that. Attitude is everything. Attitude is freaking everything. And if you dream it, you can manifest. It can be there. Say out loud the things that you want. At the risk of people thinking you're freaking nuts, it doesn't matter. I make sure I only say positive things to myself from now on. I don't give a shit. I don't care what people think. And I know how I am. I know what my heart is. And everybody can just pound sand. I don't give a shit. I no longer care what other people think. And I wish more people were like that, but I think just getting older does that to you. But I don't remember what my point was. Sorry about that. I lose my point like a lot. So we were talking about temperance. Attitude. Okay, yeah. What is imagined will come. So just dream it. Dream it, dream it. Say it out loud. Thank God for it. Ask God for it. You know, light a candle. Say some prayers. You know, and don't be so hard on yourself. You know, I do believe all this is saying, you know, just rewards and stuff. You deserve this. You deserve what people are going to be sharing with you. Okay, to continue, it also, I think I said good management, but it means good management also. Further in the future, we have the Seven of Wands, and that is the right side up. This one represents victory through courage, success. There's success again. Success. The Querent, which is you, has the upper hand, has the advantage. There is competition, so if you're going in work, or if it's, you know, like I said, your bowling league, there is competition. But you have the advantage. And then the last meaning of this card, like the card didn't say earlier, success. The last meaning of this card is verbatim, certain success. So you're going to be very successful. Whatever you're doing. the final card, which is furthest in the future, which is, this can be for a month, this could be for a year, however often you want to do tarot. Some people do it every day. That's a bit much for me. This one's long. This is a long way of doing it. But to me, generally, it's a month, perhaps 2, perhaps 3. But the third card, furthest in the future, is the number 1. That's also from the Major Arcana. Is the Magician. This one stands for, he is upside down. He or she's upside down. Stands for indecision, weak will, ineptitude, power very well may be used for destruction. I feel as though this is someone around you. They may be destructive, running off the rails. Ineptitude. I don't believe it's calling you stupid, but when it says ineptitude, I believe that's like people around you. There might be like a mass mentality, everybody's picking on one person in the office. I don't know why I said that, but using the power to destructive ends. Maybe you. I don't feel that it's you. But it says indecision. So over here you were having the doubts. So that's why I was saying I feel like the doubts you're having in work. And generally that is you're doubting whether you're going to get that promotion or whether you're going to get that raise. Not sure if you should be looking around. Not sure if you should be pursuing other avenues, either within the company or outside. That's just the feeling I'm getting. And then these two, this one and this one, are supposed to represent your roads to the future. And it's not an either or. You can have a combination of the cards. Some of the cards may not be applicable at all. I will just read one side and then the other. But like I said, it can be a combination of the two. And if there is anything bad mentioned, it may be as a warning, may not be as bad as it seems, and I always look on the bright side of things, but we'll start on this side. The first thing up is the 9 of Wands, and this is right side up, so nearest in the future. It says, pause in a struggle. You will be gathering strength and reserve. So during this pause, you'll be resting. You'll be gathering your knowledge and your mental weapons, whatever you're needing to rejuvenate. And it also says eventual victory with steady force applied. So they're telling you, it's always, slow and steady wins the race. But they're telling you not to give up. You need to just, and here you're doubting. So you may not realize it, but you might be wavering on I know sometimes I'm like, every other day, I'm freaking quitting my damn job. And I love my job. So I don't know why I fucking do that, but I mean, and I don't like go and tell my boss, oh, I quit, and then later say, oh, I take that back. It's in my head every day, every other day I'm quitting my damn job, but I love it. So I stay there, and I'm still there, it's just, and I'm ungrateful. It's funny. But you might be doing something like that, I also wonder if I'll ever get promoted. I mean, like I said, this reading is also for me. But well, anyway, let's finish with the reading and everything. But it says eventual victory, but steady force must be applied. That one also says obstinacy. So this one's here. This here is telling you, saying you're stubborn. But like I said, I've always looked at being stubborn as a positive, because those are the people that get shit done. Especially don't piss them off. Don't piss off a stubborn person, because damn it, they will get shit done, or they'll whatever you don't want them to do, they'll do the opposite. So I believe that is applied to you. I believe you're a little bit stubborn. And the pause, you need to use the pause in your favor. Use it for rest. Remember, this card was saying that there's possibility of an illness, so use that to your advantage. The card next to it, which is further in the future, is the 21. That's also from the Major Arcana. That one is the World. And that's also one of the really happy cards as well. Did I see somebody who represented the World? Oh, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn is represented by this card. So there might be a Capricorn you'll meet in the future. Or I've heard other readers say, Capricorn season, which would be like January or December to January. This one is in reverse, and this one just simply says success is yet to be. There's a fear of change, a fear of travel, too attached to your job or your home, and lack of vision. Here's that other lack of vision card. This was the other lack of vision. So you're having a lack of vision of seeing what lies ahead, or you're not sure how things are going to work out, and you're having trouble figuring it out. I don't know why it's clouded, but generally we pretty much sense what is going to happen. Anyway, to continue, the next card further in the future is the Five of Pentacles. That one is right side up. And this one says unemployment, destitution, loss of home. Now, this may be a warning. This does not mean that it will happen. And the way I look at it, this is part of the future. You're doubting something. You're doubting here and you're doubting here. So I feel like in your work, you're doubting, oh, these people are never going to frickin' promote me. They're never going to see my worth. So up here, the unemployment, that may be you leaving them. That may not be you're getting canned. And I always feel like, things happen for a reason. So I don't really feel that is a card to be alarmed about. But it is a warning. It's something to make you think about it. And like, what would I do if I was unemployed? What would I do if I got canned? Might be an idea for you to look at other jobs. You can always see what people are paying in the same occupation that you do, and realize, oh my God, I'm really underpaid. So look around. There's competition as well, so they can use that in their favor and pay you less. But I look at this as just a warning, and don't freak out, and but keep it in your mind. And then on the other side, nearest future, close to the center, we have the Queen of Swords, and she is upside down. This represents a subtle, keen, and quick-witted person, feminine energy person. Doesn't have to be a female, doesn't have to be. It also says that she could possibly be a widow, or she could possibly be missing loved ones that are far away. That card also may represent widowhood, not meaning that you'll be a widow, just represents widowhood. I didn't see any deaths in here. But wait, there's the death card. You'll see. But it may mean widowhood. You may know someone who turns into a widow, is what that means. May mean widowhood. Kind but firm, grace and love of dance. So you may know someone with those characteristics. It may be you. Maybe parts, how you're going to be feeling in the future, in the near future. And then further out in the future, we have the Ace of Wands, and that one's upright. And this represents beginning of an enterprise, an invention, family, a journey, an adventure, or an escapade. So you're going to be doing something new. You're going to be starting something new. You might meet someone who has kids. Y'all hit it off. I don't see any, relationship cards in this reading, so you're not focusing on love at this moment. You're mainly, I believe you're focusing on your finances. Also, further out, we have from the major arcana as well, the number 13, lucky 13, the death card. This also represents Scorpio. Could be Scorpio you have yet to meet. Could be during Scorpio season, which would be, what is it? October to November. And this card does not represent death. It says death, but it does not mean someone's going to die, you're going to die. Although you did have an inheritance card in there, it does not mean death. It means transformation, change, destruction leading into renewal. This is change of consciousness, new ideas, new opportunities. So that's why I'm not really that concerned about this. I didn't feel the need to clarify any of these cards. If there is unemployment, it's going to be followed by new opportunities, and I believe you're gonna end up losing your doubt. You're gonna be realizing your self-worth, and you're gonna be successful. You had so many cards that said success, 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 success. I mean, you're just going to be swimming in it. You don't have anyone backstabbing you in this one. You don't have any enemies. And there's, the pause and the struggle. So everything's going to be calm for a while. And you had 2 cards that reference doubts. So, maybe you've lost hope of something happening. Like I said, the promotion could be love, like you just gave up on ever finding the right one. It's taken too fucking long. Like they said on the Sex and the City, Scarlet. Was it Scarlet? No, it was Charlotte. She was looking for her prince, her shining prince in shining armor. She's like, where is he? I'm tired. You may have given up on that. Maybe that's why love's not in there. Maybe you've given up on love. But as far as the other stuff, you're going to be successful with a lot. You've got material gain. Said you're going to be winning a lawsuit. Said lawsuits. It was plural. So this is overall a very good reading. You're not focusing on love. You're a little stubborn. You've got some lack of vision. With the doubts, I feel like maybe you have given up on something. You've given up on maybe your career job or your dream job, or attitude is everything, though. Well, to sum everything up, justice was also a theme too. My past readings, justice was always in the reading. So there's also karma, but you had at least 7 from the major arcana, and I think I already said that. I think I said 6, but I didn't have this one written. But that's a lot of numbers in a deck of 78. You had 3 wands. Wands represent change. You had no cups whatsoever. I've hardly ever had a reading where there were no cups. But cups represent love and goodness. You had 4 swords. Swords represent strife, fighting. So you've had to fight for what you want. And then you had 4 pentacles as well. And pentacles represent political action, intrigue, or money. So this is a pretty good reading. We'll see how it worked out for you. Like I said, if not everything will resonate, if you have any questions or comments, just put them below and I'll get around to answering. And like I said before, this is for entertainment, educational purposes. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe and turn on notifications for future uploads. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And until next time, have a blessed day.